Build Your Best Life, with Coach Deborah D. Smith, invites you to our 4th annual virtual Mothers with Sons seminar from Monday, May 8th to Thursday, May 11th, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, each night on Facebook and YouTube. This year's theme is How Mothers Can Reach Sons. Special guests include Anita J. Cummings, Brady Robinson, Anastasia Smith, and Latricia Taylor. These ladies will open their hearts and be transparent as they share how you can reach your sons. This event will heighten your awareness, transform your thinking, and motivate you to reach out to assist your sons and other young men. Visit www.buildyourbestlife.
Happy Saturday. I am super excited to be here today. And guess why I'm super excited? I know I'm always excited, but I am super, super excited. Did you hear the announcement? Yes, Mothers and Sons seminar begins Monday, May 8th. Woo-hoo! I cannot wait. We have 4 dynamic ladies lined up to bring it next week. Yes, indeed. We have Anita J. Cummings coming all the way from Thompson, Georgia. We have on Tuesday, Brady Robinson coming from Dallas, Texas. Wednesday, Anastasia Smith from Nassau, Bahamas. And then closing us out on Thursday, Latricia Taylor from Jacksonville, Florida. And like I said, these are some exceptional, exciting ladies. And I know that we are going to have a treat. So if you have not already put it on your calendars, add it right now. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Yes. And young men, where are you? I have been communicating for the past couple of weeks. Young men, I need you. I've had this flyer on Instagram as well as on Facebook. I need you young men to send in something representing your mom. I want to honor moms all this month. I honored someone today. I got a request from a young man. So I honored his mom today. And I have one for tomorrow we're going to be honoring. But where are the rest of you? I know you want to honor your moms. What has your mom taught you? I know your mother has taught you something that either encourages you, you think about when you're down, something that keeps you going. I know she has taught you many, many things. And don't think like this is always going to be hard. It is simple, so simple. All you have to do is send in, it can be a sentence, 2 sentences, what your mom has taught you. Doesn't have to be long and drawn out, along with you and your mother's name, your city, and your state. And did I see the picture? Yes. Your picture, your name, your city, your state, and that statement. And I can honor your mom. How simple is that? And you need to send that information to byblwdsmith@gmail.com. That's byblwdsmith@gmail.com. Come on, fellas. Step up, step up, step up. Thank you so much. As we go on this month of May, for those of you who have not been on this month, our theme is reaching out to nurture. Nurturing is an essential aspect of raising children that begins when they are little teeny tiny tots, babies. And I went over some of those things on this past Thursday. But have I got a topic for you today? But before we get into that, please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Tell us what you think. Give us your comments about the topic that I'm talking about today. What do you think about Build Your Best Life? It's topics that you want to hear. Put it in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. So good again to everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Saturday Morning Live. And our topic is
that was easy.
Yes, that was easy. All right, that was easy. And I know I talked about on Thursday all of the components, the different types of nurturing that is essential for our children, and talking about what all that encompasses. Can be detailed. It can cause a pile up because there is so much information. But I want to break it down for you today to show you that it doesn't have to be difficult. We can make it easy. We're going to work to make it easy today, okay? Okay. You know, life can be very time consuming. You have work, chores, meetings, homework, extracurricular activities, just tons of things to do. And sometimes it does become overwhelming. But what do you have to do? And I'm mostly talking to my mothers now. You have to learn to stop, take a breath, and then respond. Because no matter what you have on your plate, what you have to do, you still have to take that time out to nurture those children. So we're going to talk about some things first that you don't want to do. And I'm not going to keep you long. So get your pads and pens and get ready. So again, I want you to learn to do what? Stop. Take a breath and then respond. If you're at work, if you're at home, if you're trying to help with homework, you're trying to do your own homework, you got so many children, don't know where to start, your child got a project, are you just trying to do your day-to-day motherly duties? It's okay to have to stop, take a breath, and then respond. Okay? Say it with me. Stop. Take a breath.
That was easy.
See? That was easy. All right. So, the first thing that you don't want to do is get frustrated. Because how many know when you get frustrated, sometimes it's just downhill from there. So that is one reason why you're going to stop, take that breath, and then respond. And I know some of you saying, that's not going to help. That's not going to help. Okay, how many look at TV and some of these shows that come on like 911 and SWAT and Grey's Anatomy, any type of show where they have first responders. And when somebody's having an anxiety attack, they think they may have been having a heart attack, or they just been in an accident and they're scared. What do they tell them? Breathe, Come on now, breathe with me. Breathe and blow it out. Try it sometimes. It can be relaxing. So you don't want to become frustrated because you need to nurture. You need to be there and do that nurturing. So if you're working with a child and you become frustrated, what's going to happen with that child? They're either going to get frustrated themselves. They're not going to want you to help them. They're not going to want to, they're going to want to step back, go in a different room. And when you get yourself together, they're going to look at you. So we don't want to get them in that state. We need them to be cool, calm, and collected so we can do what we need to do with them, whether it be washing hair, again, doing homework, projects, got to take them somewhere, just got to talk to them, whatever. So make sure that you have some technique that you use when you feel yourself kind of getting ready to lose it or just getting frustrated. And yours might be just walk out of the room. You might count to 10 under your breath. And you might start praying. You just look at them and smile. And just start praying. Just call on the Lord. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's going to be okay. Right? And it'll be okay. So that's the first thing that we don't want to do is become frustrated. The second thing we don't want to do is to speak or act negatively. Because what happens? When we are around people that are negative, sometimes we can pick that up, right? So if you are around those that you are supposed to be loving, nurturing, taking tender loving care with, and you start yelling or, why did you do that? Are you stupid or something? What were you thinking? You never made a mistake? How many silly things have you done in your life? Let's think about it. Put something in the trash that wasn't supposed to be in the trash. Threw a remote in there, some silverware. You're looking for your keys. They're in the trash. You can't find them for days. They're in your purse. Did you get yelled at? Would you have liked to be yelled at? If you've been yelled at, how did it make you feel? Not so good, huh? So we have to remember that that's why I put becoming frustrated as number one, because when you get frustrated, there's times when you snap at people or you can get negative. So when you're trying to teach your child how to be productive in life, be positive, be pleasant, respectful, and they see you lose it and you yelling at them and beating on the table and just saying all types of words. They don't have to be profanity, but they can be negative. You can't, you don't, you're silly. It makes them feel some type of way. And then you want to know, well, why is it that, they're not doing well in school? Why is it that they're shy? Why do they act timid? Because of the atmosphere that they are around. If you do that a lot, everybody loses it every now and then, but if it's something that you do on a regular basis, it can make them feel out of sorts, out of place. And so they act in a different way. So we need to be with that. So put that down as your number two thing. Don't speak or act negatively. Okay. And so that first one was don't become frustrated. The second one, don't speak or act negatively. Now, this is also important because you're frustrated, because you don't want to say the wrong thing. Now, you can't do this third one. You can't ignore. You can't ignore. Because if you were here on Thursday and heard pile up, you know that you were needed to be there, to encourage, to help, to provide intellectual nurturing, physical nurturing, emotional and mental nurturing, and spiritual nurturing. So you can't ignore, because ignoring is like, what have I done? Does my mommy not love me? Grandma doesn't love me? Did I do something wrong? Mom, I need you. I'll be there in a minute. Yes, ma'am. Do you really want them to come in a minute if they're yelling? They probably don't want you to come. But you can't ignore. So that's why you got to find some technique that will help you to remain calm. When you're not, you feel yourself getting in a certain, shifting into a certain gear, you know how to balance yourself. What puts you in a better frame of mind. Do you need to go get a swig of water? Do you need to walk out of the room, count to 10, come back? Do you need to say that prayer? What is it that you need to do? But don't ignore. Even if you're angry and you don't feel like you can have that conversation at that moment, at least walk in, make yourself smile on your face. Okay, mommy's got one little thing she needs to do. Can you give mommy 5 minutes? I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay. And get yourself together and then come back. But don't ignore. Don't make them feel like that they are a burden. You have better things to do. You just can't handle them. You don't want to. You had a frustrating day at work. You had a frustrating day at school. You don't want to be bothered with anybody. You can't make them feel that way. Sometimes we have to take our feelings and put them in a box and put them on the shelf and let them sit there for a minute till we can get back to them. And when we get back to them, hopefully we've forgotten why we put them on the shelf. Okay? But I tell you what, I'm going to keep you on. So those 3 things I want you not to do. So have that. I hope you have that on your don't. If you tuned in late, have those 3 things on your things that you don't want to do list. 1, you don't want to become frustrated. 2, you don't want to speak or act negatively. And thirdly, you don't want to ignore. Now, instead, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to do, and we're going to be out of here. Yes, the first thing I'm going to give you to do that you need to do and remember is nurture. It is essential that children of all ages get the nurturing that they need. And remember, I call them those 4 pillars, but you got to hit all 4 of those segments of the different type of nurturing that they need on a regular basis. You can't fill them up on spiritual and let it go. Can't fill them up on physical, let it go. You can't give them a little bit of an intellectual, a tad of spiritual, and call it a day. They need all 4: intellectual, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So make sure that you remember that. It's just giving them a little TLC, some tender love and care, spending time with them, making sure that they have those physical things that they need. And we talked about those physical things, so I'm not going to deep dive into those, but I'm talking there when I say physical, the food, the clothing, the shelter. And then you want to step it up and make sure that food and drink is healthy. You're not always letting them have fast food. You're making sure that they have fruits and vegetables and grains and dairy and lots of water. That they have that shelter. You're teaching them that nurturing about their faith, about biblical knowledge, what they need to know, what to do when they get in a jam, and it's going to be a minute before you can get to them. They can call on God. The intellectual nurturing, You know, you need to start early reading to them. So you need to ensure if you start early and continue that reading, and then ensure that they read. You need to read. You need to read. You got to feed that brain. You got to feed that brain. But if you start them out early reading, perhaps they'll have that love for reading, because it's just so much you can do when you love to read. You can learn. You can go places. You can do things. And so, you know, in that close, touchy feeling, nurturing that you moms can give, that also helps with their IQ, and teaching them words helps with their vocabulary, which helps with their IQ. So that nurturing is essential. That second thing, smile. Smile. I know sometimes, especially when you are a single mom, you got some things on your mind. You're wondering how you're gonna pay Rob, Peter, and pay Paul. You're worrying about that double light bill you have. You're worrying because you had to take your money to pay the internet bill. You had to take that and get some dental work done for your child. And they need the internet for school. It's not like, you know, I know it's a little bundle, but it's not like it's you with TV you're worried about, but you're worried about the internet because they have to get on there and do tons of homework. And so you may be thinking about that, and you're just down. And remember, I said those things that are around you, if it's negative, sometimes it seeps into you. If it's positive, it can seep into you. If it's positive, that's fine. But those negative things, you don't want them to seep into their spirits. So make yourself smile. And, you know, if you got to make yourself smile, you can't just make yourself smile if you're not thinking about it. So you're thinking about it. So what makes you smile? When you think about the goodness of God, when you think that even though you don't have X, you got A through W, you know, if you don't have 5, you got 1 through 4. You need 1999, you got 18. Some people don't have but 2. You got to think about those things. Think about the positive, you know. Get your book that has positive quotes in it. Think about your affirmations. Say one of your affirmations. Let's smile. Think about the last time your child gave you a hug. That should put a smile on your face. Last time y'all got a chance to go to an amusement park or do something fun. Just smile. You smile. Sometimes it lifts your spirits. It makes the people around you smile. You see them smile, and so you feel a whole lot better as well. And then that third one is that encouragement. If you think back on sometimes when you were down on yourself, you were down about things around you, and somebody passed by and say, "Hey, I was thinking about you this morning. I sent a prayer up for you." Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Somebody was praying for me. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody come in, you're not expecting it. You might have had 3 slices of bread left in the kitchen, and you had to fix lunch for your kids. And you're like, how am I going to make this stretch? So you put it together, and you made a triple decker, cut it in half, put some lettuce and tomato on there. 1 for you, 1 for you, none for mommy. You sitting at your desk and you're like, man, I hope nobody hit my stomach, because I'm not going to have anything till I get back to the house. Whew. One of your coworkers come in, girl, I had some people over last night, and you know I don't know how to cook for a few people. I cook way too much. I brought you some lunch. I hope you didn't bring your lunch today. Well, you must mind. I sure didn't bring my lunch. And you thinking to yourself, glory, hallelujah. But you encouraged. It was in a time when you were down, you were encouraged. So think about your child, and it may be something that's going on with them, and they may not even tell you. hopefully you have that tight relationship that they do tell you. But then some things, well, somebody was mean to them, but they don't want to tell you because they know that you're going to go and you're going to get it straight. You got to jack somebody up. So they don't want you to do that. So they may not tell you. Or maybe, one kid hitting the other kid, and then you better not go tell mama, because if you do, I'm going to get you. And I guess you think, siblings don't do that, but yes, they do. Yes, they do. So you have to encourage your child, saying, what do they do to encourage? They always do something to encourage. If they have to do their chores, do they do it? Do you have to run there always and tell them? But sometimes they do it on their own. They do their homework. Mom, I have a project. It's due in 2 weeks. Hey, I am so proud of you. You let me know in 2 weeks. Let's write it down up here so we won't forget now. That's enough to encourage them. Thank you so much. Because they could have waited till the night before and say, hey, you got to get their project done. And you still would have been trying to get it done, but you would have been scuffling. They made 88 on a test. I'm proud of you. Well, Mom, I thought I was going to do better. Well, sometimes your words are harder. They may have more syllables, but you did good. I'm glad you did that well. You might have did a little bit, you could have done worse. Just study harder next week and outdo yourself. But encourage them. Don't make them feel like they already feel bad. I thought I would be studying. I thought I knew all my words, and then I missed more than I thought I was going to miss. So they're down. They don't need you saying, why did you miss these words? We went over these words. I don't understand. What were you doing? Were you not listening to? Well, I know you studied, so I'm sure you did the best that you could, but you'll do better next week. Right. Encourage them. Yes, I'm taking a time out for silence because I want that to sink in. Encourage. Everybody likes to be encouraged. Everybody likes a pat on the back. Sometimes they'll say, oh, well, you did so good. Pat yourself on the back. But it feels so good when someone else says, oh, you did a great job. I'm proud of you. Oh, you brought your grades up. You went from a D to a C. That's great. And somebody else might be saying, C? What? They went from a D to a C. They improved. Great job. High five. That's just like you and my grandson. I'm trying to show him something on the tablet. It's like, okay, they didn't want you to push the 2. And he pushed the 3. And I said, 2. And he pushed the 2. Great job. High five. So he didn't get it on the first try, but he got it. High five. I want them to think it's fun, because if you don't make it fun and want them to do it, that's discouraging. And that's not what we want to do now, right? We want to nurture. We want to smile. We want to encourage, because why? As moms, we've got to get out there and be role models and nurturing. Give our kids a tender, loving care. So I told you I wouldn't keep you long, but I thought that this was a topic that is very much needed since we're talking about nurturing this month. So I hope that it helped you. Please share with someone else so that they can hear this. And if you missed it, you didn't get all of it, you can go back and listen as well. But I really appreciate you joining me today, because you could have been anywhere else doing anything else, but you decided to come on and support Build Your Best Life. Don't forget, join us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week for our first event of 2023, our Mothers and Son virtual seminar. I can't wait. And on Monday, we're going to have none other than Anita J. Cummins. And her topic is teach your son to listen to their inner voice, not their peers. Oh, I can't wait. So join us. Please, as always, make sure that you visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org, where you can read my blog that comes out each Monday morning. Look at the calendar of events, so you may forget who's speaking, what day, what time. But if you go on my calendar, you can see it's out there. Check it out. You can visit the services that I offer, which is speaking, consultations. And hey, I offer consultations. I offer coaching, but you gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. You can't get help if you don't, reach out and try to help. I'm reaching you. I'm willing to go more than halfway, but you gotta come up too. So do that. Speaking as well, you can get an autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. It's about your life, your actions, and your credibility, and overcoming those obstacles to build your best life. It is a great book. It'll make a great, you got a lot. It's graduation time. It is May. This year has flown, but it makes a great graduation gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving. There is information in the back to complete personal planning program, place for your goals, what have you. So you can read it, refer to it, and it will help everyone. It will help parents, grandparents, educators, leaders, and our young people. So check it out, get your autographed copy. If you prefer the Kindle version, you can go to Amazon.com and get your Kindle version. But thank you again so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday. On Monday for our Mothers and Sons seminar. Please, please, please pass the word. I have flyers out there on my website, on Twitter and Facebook. Share. Make sure that you invite lots of people to get this great information. I look forward to seeing you then. Young men, don't forget, send this information in on your moms. What has your mom taught you that you remember, that encourages you, that you never forget? Send it along. The statement, it can be a sentence, 1 or 2 sentences, paragraph, whatever you want to send, along with you and your mom's picture, your names, and your city and state. Come on, sons. Come on. Make mom proud. Come make mom proud. I look forward to seeing you next week. Remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. See you Monday. Bye-bye.